Listen, there is someone is pretty much saying, even without a relationship, I get money. Even without a marriage, I'm still that girl. I'm still that guy. I don't even have to be in a commitment with someone. I don't even have to be married to someone. I still win. I still got trust funds. I'm still divinely guided. I still have, a successful business, a successful home. I still take care of my responsibilities. The universe is my baby daddy. Okay, the universe is zaddy. That's what I'm picking. That's what I've tapped into. Now, the roles can be reversed. I could be talking to you. This could be about you. So you'll have to use your own discernment and determine if this is about you or this is for you. Okay. Um, Contrary to popular belief, there is someone here, whoever you are that's viewing this, it's coming up as you already live an unconventional lifestyle where the roles are reversed. You're single yourself. I feel like I'm picking up two single people that's doing it my way. They're doing it their way. You're single, and the person that has feelings for you as well, they're single too. And this person is saying that you hate that this person is self-sufficient without you, that they don't need you, that they're not codependent on you, that they know who they are, that they have their own shit, and that you're just mad that y'all can't be together, or that they don't want to be locked down, or they don't want to be put in a box. This is definitely coming from someone that thinks outside the box, and they're a social butterfly. They like to live their life. They like to have experience. They like to feel free. They don't like to feel tied down. And so this person feels like, whoever you are, my viewer, they feel like you don't want this for them, that you want them to conform, that you want them to conform without the status, that you want them to commit to you and submit to you without you can't pretty much compete or compare to the way that the universe, God, source provides for this person. There's something that's like, it's misfortunate, because I feel like you as a viewer, you feel like y'all could be a thing. Y'all could be a dynamic duo. But the person that you want to have this dynamic with, they want to go against the grain. Okay. Okay, this person feels like they're the responsible one in the connection. You know, that they're the one with the affluence, that they're the one that's solid, that provides the lifestyle and the privilege that you benefit from. And even knowing all of that, they're saying that you still don't want to, you still don't want to do it the traditional way or the right way or something like that. So let's see what does this person have to say to my viewers? Those that are guided to this channel, what is it that they want to say to my viewer? You are ready. I know, listen, I don't know if y'all saw the other video, but this exact card came out first in the video the other day ago. You are ready. So this person wants to say that you're ready. You are ready for what? Hidden. I know this is crazy, y'all. This second card came out. Do y'all know the odds of this? The odds of this, to literally shuffle these cards so many times, to record these messages literally hours apart, and the same two identical cards come out, that's like winning the lottery. Straight up. Like, case closed. So it's like you're pretty much saying back to this person, are you ready? You the person that have to do it. It's like you throwing it back at them. Like, are you ready? Reveal yourself. You're pretty much telling this person, well, reveal yourself, since you have all of these desires and you know what it is that you want. Like, reveal what you want. They feel like something would be a catastrophe. Hold on. What do they feel like would be a catastrophe? We'll use a different deck. What will be a catastrophe? For my viewer, what do you feel like this would be a catastrophe? What would be a catastrophe? Something about forgiveness. There's things that happened in the past that they feel like you would never forgive them for. They feel like this marriage would be a catastrophe. So as my viewer, it's saying that you feel like this situation involves marriage and you feel like this marriage would be a catastrophe because the person that you want to be with doesn't want marriage, commitment. Huh? Like, you would take action towards this person, but you feel like they would be like doing it for the money, doing it for the status, doing it for something else. But you really wouldn't you feel like they don't genuinely enjoy being in a marriage, being dependent on someone, having someone else provide for you, having someone else protect you, solve your problems, that you're not really interested in that. As much as you, and they feel like you would hate being in a marriage with them. Why would they hate being in a marriage with you? Why would this person hate being in a marriage with my viewer? Hold on. Your belief systems. You're stubborn. You're guarded. You're stubborn. They feel like you would hate it because they would want to protect you. They would want to defend you. And a part of doing that would kind of be to kind of like prevent you from being in situation, like preventative measure. You know how they say an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. This is someone that would want to protect you by keeping you out of environments with rooms and spaces with people that could harm you. This is someone that would want to, shield you from certain experiences by making sure you never need for anything or want for anything from anybody else but them. And they feel like you having a lifestyle like that isn't one that you aspire to have. That's pretty much what it's saying, that you, as my viewer, feels. You feel like the person that you want would hate the type of lifestyle because you guys wouldn't technically be like married on paper, nor would you pretty much expose to the world that you guys are in a relationship. So you would be protecting them from social media. You would be protecting them from tabloids and family and ridicule by not marrying legally, by not introducing them to social media and the public eye. And but yet you would have like a, what they call it, like a spiritual spouse, like a spiritual wedding, a spiritual consummation. You guys would be like in the spirit, but together, like no one would ever see your person. That's what it's saying. Like no one would ever know y'all go together. It would be like a secret. Essentially is what it's saying. And you, as my viewer, feel like the person you want doesn't doesn't desire the same thing. Okay. All right, viewers. So hear me out. What this person is saying to you is this. Pretty much, they're saying, how do I state it? Okay. So what they're saying is, I heard a saying, like, you want the milk without having to buy the cow type of energy. And when I pick up that energy, it's pretty much saying, there's no insurance to what you're asking for, right? You don't want to be legally married. You don't want a commitment. You don't want anyone else to know about it, but you want commitment. Like you want mutual commitment in return. And you just support them. Now, what happens when you die? You know what I'm saying? Like, all those years of relying on you financially for support, protection, to solve all their problems. When you're gone, like, do they get turned back into the bank? You know what I'm saying? You know, like back in the day when you have, when like your spouse or your partner dies, you become property back to the bank. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where's the trust? Where's the asset? Where is the security, even in your absence, if that day, God forbid, was to come, right? And then if no one knows about this person and no one knows that you even were dealing with this person, they really have no grounds to stand on. You know how awkward that would be? So it's like this person is saying, this doesn't sound logical. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound like someone that thought this out through and through. It sounds like someone that wants their cake and eat it too. Like someone to just spend their free time with. And so this is why this person is saying that plan doesn't seem like it has any real equity. And mind you, we're only going off of like theoretically, because technically you haven't proposed anything to this person, is what they're saying. So this is a very unconventional lifestyle that you're asking for, because you get a lot of hate from people. Maybe you feel like every time you try to be with someone, it ends up not working. Maybe this is like a generational curse or something that you feel like you always deal with, and so you try not to make it more than it needs to be. I don't know. So like I said, this person is throwing the question back at you, like, are you ready? Have you thought this through? Are you prepared to communicate this, or you're going to keep it a secret forever? This is your hidden plan. All right, let's see. What other questions? I think I pretty much covered all of them. This person doesn't feel like they know that you don't want to hurt them, that you wouldn't hurt them. But again, it's one of those things where they trust you enough to know that you wouldn't hurt them, but they don't trust the plan. Why doesn't this person trust my viewer's plan? They feel like you're embarrassed of them. They feel like you're embarrassed by whatever it is they do, how they talk, how they communicate. I'm hearing alfalfa. You know when alfalfa says, I do love you, I just don't want anyone to see you. That's how this person feels. They feel like you don't want anyone to know that they exist because you're ashamed of the way they talk. Okay, that's the first thing I saw when I saw this card. Spirit, is my viewer ashamed of the way this person talks? Yeah, no. No, this person is not ashamed of the way my viewer isn't ashamed of the way this person talks. I feel like actually my viewer feels like whoever you are, they feel like no one deserves your generosity, that you're way too kind, that you have to talk the way that you talk because people don't listen and people don't learn, and you're dealing with a lot of stagnant people that repeat they do the same thing expecting different results. And so you're dealing with lack consciousness, so you got to do what you got to do is how they take it. But ultimately, they're not ashamed of you. Why does this person deflect? Why does this person ask a question with a question? Progress. Okay, the reason why this person puts the question back off on you, whoever you are as a viewer, is because they feel like, well, if this is what you want, you would see it into fruition, right? You would manifest it. You would take action to make progressive steps to see it coming forward. Is my viewer taking progressive steps to see this into fruition? Art, is my viewer taking progressive steps to see this into fruition? Yes or no? No. So it's pretty much showing up that as a viewer, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything to confirm or deny that this is something that you're even planning. You're not even... Why isn't my viewer doing anything? No. Okay. Why isn't my viewer doing anything? Why isn't my viewer doing anything? Ten of Pentacles. Excuse me, family. Something about family inheritance. This person is saving up financially. Okay, so pretty much what it's saying, the reason my viewer isn't doing anything is because they are working on legacy. They're working on saving an inheritance, a trust fund. They're preparing. They've inherited some issues. They've taken over family business. They have a lot of responsibilities. They have affluence. And so all these things come with some type of responsibility that takes precedence or priority over a relationship at the moment. They get into the money. My viewer is getting to the money, their inheritance, claiming their inheritance, their destiny, their Ten of Pentacles. And they're waiting till they return back from travels or whatever they do. It's like they're going out there getting the money. So when they return back, they can do nice things for you, but they have to go out there and get the money. So on some level, it's saying that my viewer is providing some type of resource, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So if this person is doing what they're supposed to be doing, what's wrong with this person? What is wrong with this person that's coming in with this message? I think somebody that stays at home all day, don't have nothing else to do. They bored. And so they be bitching. What is it? What is going on with the person that got a message coming in? Teaching. You inspire young people to learn. So, whoever has this message for you, they are doing their life purpose right now. They're either a teacher or they do something that helps people learn. Okay. Either physically or they do something spiritually based. It doesn't matter. But like I said, with the Six of Pentacles of reverse, this is definitely having to repeat yourself over and over and over again, having to help with a level of consciousness. Like I said, they know that they know why you have to talk the way you have to talk, why you have to be the way that you are. They get all of that. That's not a problem for them. Do they like that it comes at a sacrifice to you at times? No. Would they like to like help you let that phase of your life go and really just trust that it's all working out and everybody is playing a role that they're supposed to play? Absolutely. But I feel like my viewer wants this person to know that it's like okay to love yourself first. You know, the students will always be there. The people will always be there when they need you. There's more than one way to teach. There's more than one way to connect. Not that they don't want you to do it, but it's also saying that because you love teaching, because you love what you do, my viewer feels like you have to do it your way. And as much as they would want to rescue you from the hate that comes along with it, from the negative experiences that come along with it, they trust that it'll all work itself out, but they still do love you with the Ace of Cups. They do. and they look for ways to express that love and gratitude towards you. Whether you view it that way or not, there's more than one way to love a person. There's more than one phase of loving a person. You can love someone in each stage of development of their life differently. I think you guys are definitely in that phase of love where it's more about the responsibility, the purpose, the duty than it is the title, the fairy tale. You get what I'm saying? And I think the reason why this person is pretty much saying, I think it's weird for whoever this person is, viewer, to know that someone fantasizes about a life with them, but like isn't ready to start that chapter, but not really knowing how to process that. You know what I'm saying? Like what is that? I think that's more or less what it is. And I think that this person uses their life purpose as a healthy distraction for their love life not being where they would like it to be. I do feel like ultimately this person would love to cultivate a family and different things like that. Have the 10 of Pentacles. Have a family home, a business, be able to balance these responsibilities. But I do feel a sense of someone that is knee deep in their life purpose that haven't met that. They feel like they haven't met that person yet. Not that they don't think that you're the one, viewer, but they just haven't, that person hasn't approached them. That's how I see it. So it's triggering. It's like, why do I feel so like bonded to this person? But yeah, I think it's kind of annoying, and it makes them very triggered that they feel bonded to someone that will not manifest or will not reveal themselves. That's always there, but never there. So I'll explain it. Child. The complexity. What does this person know about my viewer's hidden agenda? What does this person already know about my viewer's hidden agenda? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So they already know with the Ace of Coins that this isn't a priority for you. That's how they feel. Ace of Wands. This isn't a priority for you. And when it is a priority for you and you're no longer fixated on using everything you have on going after your dreams, your ambitions, your opportunities, then you'll take the action. You'll have the courage then. But it's like this person knows it'll be a fool for them to feel like it's anything more than a fantasy right now. A Two of Cups fantasy. Wishful thinking, could have been. So it's going to take some endurance. This person knows that it's not quite time yet. You're not ready to invest, to use all the energy that you have accumulated into a relationship or a union with another person right now. You're not where you want to be in your career. You're not doing exactly what you want to be doing. Things are not going the way you want it to be going. The ideas that you have, you're trying to get them to fruition. And so you're still working underground right now. And as many times as this opportunity presents itself, you're not in the position to want to invest in it. And I think that this person has accepted that. that when you're ready, you'll come forward. You'll take action. Like, they are aware that you're around, viewer, like your energy is around, but they're just not subscribing to like a fantasy that will have them like lost in space, stagnant, stuck. Okay, Spirit, will this connection mature and come to union? Will this connection mature and come into union? We have sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Yes. So this connection will come out of separation. One thing about this connection, it's not meant. Okay, let me explain it. Hold on. Sheesh. Okay, so this connection, it's not time for it to evolve into a romantic love connection. Right now, this is a partnership. This is a work soulmate right now. The role that they're playing, the role that my viewer is playing in this person's life right now is to help sometimes you don't know what you're capable of unless you're exposed to it, unless you're triggered by it. And I think that this person is helping you develop a spiritual gift. So my viewer, pretty much not feeling divinely guided to take action in a particular area, they go off divine timing. And I know from whoever you are, your perspective, my viewer is dragging their feet. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whatever your emotional response may be to it, it's really bigger than that. Every time you and this person go through separation, you become more creative. It teaches you how to trust your gifts, how to be more intuitive. They become like a pendulum, right? A telephone cord, an invisible telephone cord from wherever they are in the world that helps you attune to a frequency. Every time they elevate to a certain frequency, you become sensitive to it. And even though you're not physically there with that person, on the plane with that person, in those rooms with that person, it's like a telephone. You're picking up receptors, you're receiving messages, you're experiencing their world every single day of your life. So the more you're comfortable with tuning into that frequency, fine-tuning your gift, getting, the more that they're secretive. It's like they're a guide, they're a teacher. So the more they hide from you, the more it forces you to think outside the box. The more you look into the looking glass and you perceive so many different spectrums of the light, the better you become. The more creative it creates a longing. When you experiencing a long for a person, it makes you more creative. When you long to taste something that you haven't had in years, your mouth waters, right? The reason why your mouth waters is it's an experience of a longing for, oh yeah, I'm waiting to savor this moment. That's kind of what this person creates in you. They stimulate you creatively, and whatever past life karma that you had that restricted you from experiencing this side of the spectrum, because the saying is that the first 20, maybe 10, 20, 30 years, you've been in karmic relationships and past life deja vu type of connections. That was your south node. And so this person is a point of trajectory that allows you to explore your north node, your destiny and purpose. So there will be seasons where you go, where you're going in and out of separation. And that's because iron sharpens iron. Okay, so your gifts are being sharpened. You are becoming extremely intuitive. Trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. You're really sensitive. You know when this person's energy steps into the room. You know when my viewer's energy steps into the room. You know when they're near. You know where you're at. They're also sending you like telephone messages, okay, that you pick up intuitively. And as triggering as it is, you are meant to maintain that frequency with this connection. This person's gonna always have your back. This person is always gonna make sure that they make you aware of what's going on around you, that you, even when they're away from you, even when you guys aren't talking or in no contact. The only reason why this person hides the agenda from you is so you can experience your full capacity. If this person answered all your questions and told you everything, you'll be spoon-fed, and this person would then be making you codependent on them. But the fact that they're willing to hide things from you and create a safe space where you practice with them, it's like they're helping you refine your gifts with them, like on them. It's like, use me, I'll be your simulation. I'll trigger you. I'll push you to the brink of wherever you need to go, so you don't have to get into karmic relationships and learn through failure. The season of you learning through failure ends. This person plays with you in the spiritual realm that allows you to refine your gifts in the spirit. And this is why you're developing your craft at a rapid rate. Yeah. This person role plays with you in the spirit. They're not afraid to hurt your feelings. They may trigger you. They may notice something that you can't see, that is like something that you're still struggling with. A limited belief system that you're still struggling with, some ancestry stuff you're still struggling with, and this person pretty much like, okay, boom, we're going to work on this. And ready or not, here I come. You guys play hide and seek. That's what I see here. And then you conquer it. And then you gain this awareness. But they want you to know why it's happening the way it's happening, so you don't internalize it like, well, are you ready? Or why are you hiding? You don't have to respond that way once you understand why, the purpose behind it all. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.